light, it's really modern, it's clean. The menu is a little bit on the pricey side, but they've got incredibly tasty and kind of innovative dishes.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. It does sound really cool. So executive chef Matt Christensen whipped up a new dish that pairs fish and fowl. It premieres at the restaurant tonight, and he gave us a sneak peek.
We're here at Urban Farmer with Chef Matt Christensen. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for stopping by.
Teach us today.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we making?
We're making a sea bass dish with chicken confit, sunchokes, some Oregon black trumpet mushrooms, and we're going to feature that with a little red onion jam.
All right, put me to work. What can I do here?
We have sunchokes that we need to have cut up.
All right.
So if you could cut those up into smaller pieces.
And what are sunchokes exactly?
Sunchokes are the root of a variety of sunflower,
All right.
also known as Jerusalem artichokes.
They feel a little like jicama. They have
Yes, they're very crunchy, they're sweet, they have an earthy element.
All right, well, you've got some already going. So
Yep,
I'm gonna
so
drop
add
these
those
in.
to that. We're going to marry this with a little bit of sweet organic half and half.
Oh.
And some aromatic elements of bay leaf and thyme.
And you've just tied that together with a little bit of twine.
Yep, just so it doesn't come apart and get lost in there.
All right.
We're going to simmer this. It's going to be seasoned with a little fresh cracked black pepper and some salt.
How do you know how much to put in?
Well, years of experience and trial and error.
And that's just that
We
rock
can add
salt.
more. Yeah, we can add more salt to it later if we need more. But the salt will help pull the sweetness out of the sunchokes and marry with everything else.
Okay.
It's going to need to simmer for about an hour and a half. And then later on, we'll puree it. And we're going to get this nice, smooth, rich, creamy, sweet sunchoke
Oh, that looks
puree.
beautiful.
So the next element of this dish is some sautéed black trumpet mushrooms and Swiss chard.
And you just threw that into some grapeseed oil.
Right,
there.
grapeseed oil. It's got to be very, very hot to sear all the water out of these mushrooms and allow them to caramelize. After letting that go for a little bit, we're going to add some Swiss chard.
Just break it up there.
Yep, break it up in nice small pieces, a little bit of salt, pull the moisture out. Just a little pepper to bring everything popping in it.
All right. And so would you just go ahead and jiggle it like that, or do you need to get a spoon?
I'm just making sure it's not sticking. I don't want to stir it too soon, otherwise the moisture will make it boil rather than saute.
All right. So about how long are you going to cook this?
This is going to take about 2 or 3 minutes until it wilts.
So we'll let that go.
Okay. We can move over here. We'll get our sunchoke puree.
Yep.
As we move past these elements, we've cured a chicken thigh, and we've brined a piece of striped bass in a little bit of sugar salt solution with cedar chips in it, so it gives it smoky kind of wood tones.
And these are local meats that you're using here, aren't they?
We fly in the bass, but we do use a local chicken, lemons from just south of us, local garlic, and sunchokes, yes.
Okay. Then the
We
sunchoke
are-
puree.
Yep. We are a modern steakhouse, so we feature these fish dishes, but we also do a lot of local meats. Okay, we actually work with local ranchers. We have a cow that's exclusive to us right now called the Cascade Red. We're going to be featuring that here in the beginning of February.
So how have you cooked these meats?
Okay,
here?
this is the chicken confit, which is sautéed and caramelized a little bit. That is our Swiss chard and our black trumpet mushrooms. Our bass has been seared, again, in clarified butter. And then we're going to
you've
feature
got
this
one
with
last piece.
a shallot jam made with a little bit of Pinot Noir. Nice bright tone to that dish.
That looks absolutely beautiful. So, if we're going to have a little taste test here, where would you suggest I start?
A little bit of piece of fish,
Okay.
some of the rich chicken, and definitely the onion.
Oh,
jam
so
too.
everything all together?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll throw a little bit of that on there. That looks great. The skin looks really, it's a little bit crispy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh, I can hear the crisp chicken. I don't think I can get all of this on one fork here.
You might have to go back for more.
Okay, let's see if I can get some of this chard. And tell me again about this confit, this jam that you have.
It's shallots, Pinot Noir, and Verjus. And Verjus is an unfermented grape juice, so it gives it a little bit more acid.
Okay.
So it's going to cut all those rich flavors of the sunchoke and the rich chicken confit.
That is
And that's
heaven
the
in
flavor.
your mouth.
That's the flavor of Urban Farmer right there.
All right, so we didn't have time, obviously, to cook all of those items and show you how to do them. But the recipes for everything that were on that dish are online at coinkeepitlocal.com, so you can peruse them at your leisure and try them at home.
They looked really, really good. Hey, coming up tomorrow on Keep It Local, speaking of looking good, brownies, warm cocoa, plenty of sweet treats. We are heading to the Chocolate Fest, and we want you to come with us. Plus, the art of naming a rose. You'll hear from the woman who named the official rose of this year's Rose Festival. And we're appraising jewelry tomorrow. Find out what you should know before deciding whether or not